Hearing testimony on Larry King Live tonight.
After a morning for independent counsel Ken Starr to lay out his case against President Clinton, members of the House Judiciary Committee have taken turns alternately, Democrats and Republicans. Republicans, as you would expect, supporting the independent counsel, Democrats attacking, criticizing. Let's go to CNN's Bob Franken, who covers the Capitol for us. Bob, are the members of the committee accomplishing what they set out to do?
Well, this is one of those situations, Judy, where the questions are probably more important than the answers as far as the Democrats are concerned, because in the Democrats' questions, of course, they're making their charges that Starr, in fact, improperly treated various witnesses. They're making their charges that there may have been illegal leaks. They're making the kinds of charges that people have heard for some time, and they're trying to reinforce those charges, while Kenneth Starr is supposed to be there squirming. Now, the way he's handled all that is to just continue a very calm, very dry way of answering the questions, and oftentimes making the people who are watching, who are the important people here, forget what was asked. That has been the kind of duel that has been going on here today. It's really kind of a very subtle duel. Starr, really what he's trying to do is to just make sure that his credibility is not damaged while he's here, and what he hopes to do is just to present the Democrats as strident questioners. Now, the key battle, of course, will come when the president's attorney, David Kendall, takes him on later in the evening.
And we'll be here when that happens. And I should say, Bernie, Bob mentioned what the members are trying to do, what Ken Starr is trying to do when it's his turn to respond. But the way this questioning has gone, the questions seem to take up more of the 5 minutes than any of the answer.
Indeed. 5 very swiftly moving minutes. Our senior White House correspondent, Wolf Blitzer, has been on station all day into this evening now. Wolf, what would they have you believe, think? What are they saying?
Well, they think that Ken Starr is not doing very well so far. They think that the Democrats have been successful in shifting the focus of attention from the president and the misdeeds that he has himself confessed to Ken Starr and the way he conducted the investigation. We're told, by the way, Bernie, from our John King, who's traveling with the president in Tokyo right now. It was the middle of the night for most of the hearings in Tokyo. The president did watch a little bit of it, officials tell John King on CNN International, but by and large slept through the night and did not pay much attention to Ken Starr's testimony.
Well, now it's shortly after 6 o'clock in the morning over there, so one would assume that quite possibly he might be tuning into CNN International again.
He'll be getting up if he's not up already.
What are they saying about David Kendall? Bob Franken alluded to the fact that the president's personal lawyer is going to be asking questions of Mr. Starr. What are they saying about what they would like to see him do when he gets a crack at the independent counsel?
Well, as you know, there was a huge debate within the White House about whether or not to even accept the offer for 30 minutes. At one point, some people said, let the Democrats on the Hill carry the heavy, do the heavy lifting. Let the counsel, the Democratic counsel, Abby Lowell, ask the tough questions. The White House should just stay out of the whole thing and be above the fray, if you will. They decided, though, that Ken Starr was a target that was simply too tempting. Remember that there's a little personal history here between David Kendall and Ken Starr. They've been going against each other now for 4 years, and there's a lot of bitterness. David Kendall comes across as someone who is soft-spoken, not necessarily very feisty. He's taken a very low-key, low profile over all of these years, but he can be very aggressive if he wants to be. And the key question right now is, what is he going to do during those 30 minutes? Is he going to make statements and defend the president, or is he going to ask Ken Starr really tough questions? And of course, we'll find out soon enough.
A very precious 30 minutes indeed when they come. Wolf Blitzer, we'll get back to you later. Judy?
Well, we just heard Wolf say the president pretty much slept through the night, only watched a little bit of these hearings. Let's go to Tokyo, where the president is, and to CNN's Eileen O'Connor. Eileen, it is very early in the morning. Are they talking yet very much on the White House staff about this?
Well, they are talking about it. Mainly, they've been talking to folks back at the White House. There was a conference call this morning. Aides briefed the president. He did see a little snippet of it on CNN International, which is carried here in Tokyo. But he did not watch the hearings. Neither did some of the staff here. They are preparing for a major economic piece that the president is set to deliver this morning. And right now, he is preparing to deliver that speech. He won't be leaving for about another hour and a half to give that speech. So really no reaction from here. You know, Judy, they're doing what they have been doing over the last 8 months, and that is making sure that everyone sees the president focusing on the agenda that's important, they say, for the American people, and also appearing very presidential at a state dinner last night. Judy?
All right, Eileen O'Connor, who's traveled with President Clinton to Tokyo. We are going to be going back to the committee in just a matter of a moment or two. We were told you can see the hearing room now. We're told that they're going to resume in 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more live coverage of the House Judiciary Committee impeachment hearing.